A first-person narrator does much more than present the events of a story. Unlike a third-person omniscient narrator, who recounts events from a godlike, all-knowing perspective and is often detached from the story's characters and action, a first-person narrator is a character in and of themselves. In this video, we'll explore 5 reasons a writer might use a first-person narrator and how doing so impacts the reader. Before we get started, let's define what we mean by first-person narrator. A first-person narrator recounts a story from their own perspective and will often use first-person pronouns like I, me, mine, and my. The important thing here is perspective. Whatever pronouns a first-person narrator uses, they're presenting their own personal experiences, thoughts, and feelings, which forms the focus of this video. Number 1. Creates a strong sense of intimacy and connection. Writing in the first person allows readers to experience the story from the narrator's perspective, building a strong connection between the narrator and reader. For example, Holden Caulfield from The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger is a perfect example of this. Right from his opening line, Holden's conversational and often casual tone makes us feel as though he's speaking directly to us. It's as if he's opening up to us personally, which strengthens our bond with him and draws us deeper into the story. Number 2. Provides deep insight into the character's mind. The first-person point of view offers a unique way to explore a character's internal world, including their emotions, motivations, and past experiences. Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte is a great example of this. Jane's narration lets us access her deepest reflections on love, morality, and independence. Take her line, "I am no bird, and no net ensnares me. I am a free human being with an independent will." This insight into her character makes her journey feel authentic, giving us a clear view into her values and struggles. Number 3. Unreliable narration for complexity. First-person narration lets authors present a story through the lens of a single character's perspective, which may be flawed or biased. Nick Carraway in The Great Gatsby, for example, exemplifies this. Although he's generally reliable, his admiration for Gatsby colours his view, as shown in lines like, "There was something gorgeous about him, some heightened sensitivity to the promises of life." This positive description adds layers of intrigue, inviting readers to question his assessment of the character and piece together their own understanding. Number 4. Enhances the story's authenticity. First-person narration often makes the story feel like a direct account, which can add authenticity. Scout Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee reflects a child's honest, sometimes naive perspective, as when she says, "The Radley pecan trees shook their fruit into the schoolyard, but the nuts lay untouched by children. Radley pecans would kill you." This perspective makes the narrative feel personal and real, as if we're experiencing the world directly through Scout's childish eyes, although it's worth pointing out that the adult Scout's more reflective narrative voice also comes through, creating a dual narrative that adds depth and complexity to both her character and the events she recounts. Number 5. Focuses the story through a singular lens. With a single perspective, writers can center the story on what the narrator knows and experiences, avoiding complex shifts between viewpoints, as can sometimes be the case with third-person narratives. This approach can make stories feel cohesive and immersive. In Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's 2003 novel Purple Hibiscus, the story is recounted in the first person by 15-year-old Camberley, through whose lens readers experience the abuse and religious intolerance inflicted on her by her authoritarian father, Papa Eugene. This consistency allows us to connect and sympathize with Camberley, whose gradual emancipation is one of the novel's most significant story arcs. What do you think are the main advantages of using a first-person narrator? Comment your thoughts down below and let me know who your favorite first-person narrator is. If you found this video useful, consider subscribing for more analysis of writers and literature overall. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.